Hi everyone, I am Chelle. This is Chelle-a-Bration, and I'm working on wedding flowers today. I've made coffee filter flowers, and here they are. And to do this, I used a video off of YouTube. I found several of them, and I dyed them. I baked them at 300 for about 20 minutes or so until they were dry, somewhere a little damp. And I just peeled them apart and let them air dry. And then I crumbled them up. And so here is my fold at the end, as you can see. And I just kind of fan them out a little bit to make them real fluffy. They kind of look like carnations. Very, very pretty, cost effective. I got 150 coffee filters for $1 at the local Dollar Tree. And there you go. I am making flower balls. There are several ways you can do this. You can get paper lanterns already made up. And you can also, I guess, use foam balls as long as your hot glue gun isn't too hot. But what I've done, I've taken and made a twine ball. I blew up a balloon. I used liquid starch, dipped the twine into the starch, and then I wrapped it all around and let it dry overnight. And this is what I got. I poked a hole in the balloon, took the balloon out, and there we are. Now, this starched twine is not so stiff that it doesn't move. It is a little pliable, but it's perfect for what I'm doing. So I'm taking a hot glue gun and I'm gluing the corners. After I did my filters, there are 4 of these laid on top of one another. Put a little bit of glue in the middle here, stack them one on top. Then I put a little glue along the crease, just the inside, about, I would say, that much. You don't want too much glue or your flowers won't be as pretty. I folded it over, put a little hot glue right here on the edge in the middle, folded it over again, and then I put just a little hot glue up this crease, about, I would say, about a ½ inch up there, so that way these two would fit together. And then I just peel all the layers apart like this. I peel them out so that way they become nice and fluffy. And if you want them full like this, you can leave them, or I kind of like to scrunch them up. They look a little more like true carnations. And when you unwrap them, they look like this. Oh, they're so beautiful. They are. They're so beautiful. And so, here you have the perfect flower. And it really does, honestly, kind of looks real. And that's why I love it. And so here, this little triangular tip is where we're going to put glue. So I'm going to put my hot glue there. I have my hot glue gun set at high setting. And now for the pièce de résistance. Okay, I just take it in to a blank spot and hold it. Oh, sorry, I lost you there. And I hold it down for a few seconds. And then I'm going to keep on going until the entire ball is covered. And here is some of it already finished. And there you go. And again, these are for my wedding that I will be having soon. And you can then fluff up around so that we don't see the twine. And I'll be back in just a minute to show you what this all looks like. Okay, so what I've done, I've covered the ball, and as you can see, these do look like real flowers. there's a couple different options you can do here. You can take a thin dowel and you can put it up through the top and put it on a little tiny foam, floral foam stick, and maybe put it in a pot, then put some moss around it. Have a great topiary for your wedding, maybe at the side of the aisles. Or you can hang a piece of ribbon, because as you can see, there is space in here with the holes. So you can even put a ribbon in here and string it up on the ceiling, on the chairs, something like that. But I wanted to show you, here is one that really isn't crunched up, and I just wanted to show you that you can't go wrong. Once the glue is drying, you do need to wait until the hot glue gets dry. I noticed that mine likes to slip around a little bit. I'm very impatient. I want it to be done now, just my personality. So you're going to take it and you're going to scrunch, scrunch, scrunch. You can either take it by individual layer, as I'm showing you right now, okay? Or you can take all of them at the same time. It's really fun. Kind of relieve some stress, all right? But it's really ironic because I made just enough, but I do want to show you something here. Okay, so here I have a hole, all right? I can do one of two things. I can either add another one, or what you can do is you can take your hot glue gun, put some hot glue right along there. Don't know if you can see it or not, but it is right there. And you can take your petals and glue them together. And you can do that all the way around where your hole is. Now, I also like doing this along for most of the petals, because that gives me a nice tight fit. And then there's holes, like you can see through this one just a little bit here. So I'm going to actually glue those together. But when you're done, when you step away from it, it actually looks like flowers. And then all you need to do really is just kind of mold it, so that way it's a perfect ball. Or maybe you don't want a perfect ball. Maybe you like asymmetrical arrangements. However, the end result is that these truly look like real carnations, real flowers. And you can do these with roses. You can make roses, etc. I am going to do a tutorial later on today of how to make the coffee filter flowers and how to dye them, because I found something out. When you look at the tutorials online on YouTube, they are a little deceiving in the respect that you can't just stick a huge pack of coffee filters in and get them to turn out the way you want. You have to take probably no more than 10 at a time, because number one, the filters suck up the dye, and number two, they don't all become dyed if you put how much they say. I don't, honestly, it must be when they pause the video, because to get all of them like that, because it does not work. And there are some cool ombre effects going to show. So if you would join me back. This is Chelle-a-Brations with Chelle. Wonderful having you with me, and I look forward to bringing you more. Bye.